Now, taking into consideration the market that we are in right now, there's no room for overpricing at all. So if you think the property is worth $420 to $430, it should be listed at $429.9. If that's what you think it's worth in today's market. So I would say to him, based on the market data, not what I think. Never talk about what you think the house is worth. It's not what you think. It's what the market says. Remove yourself from the equation. Based on the market data and all the information I've shared with you today, the market is telling us the highest that this property should be marketed at is $429.9. However, Mr. Seller, the market is also saying it'll probably sell between $420 and $430. And that's what I would say to him. That's the three-price theory. So the main point here that I wanted to sort of share with you was I wanted to share with you that it's the most important thing is when you walk in that door, when you first sit down, what you want to do is you want to divide this presentation. And by the way, the difference between my presentation, and I have permission to show you this one, his presentation is only one thing. He's added, and I'm going to use this one, I'm going to show you this one, but I'm going to also show you this one. He's added the CMA, the portion, okay? The comparables. He's added.
Back up one moment. The three things. The highest should be listed at the probable range, and number 3 was?
That is the probable selling range. The three prices, $429.9, $420 to $430.
Gabriel, how would you handle
three prices?
Saying that they have time to sell, they prefer to get the retail offers for now.
Well, let me do my listing presentation first and then ask me that question. We'll come back to that question because I believe when I do my listing presentation, I don't believe that will come up as much as you think it will. But I will answer you.
Let's say that it doesn't sell.
Yes.
And you end up beating him down later on. Then, you said you weren't going to do this, and then you end up having to because we're in a challenging market.
Yes, yes.
And then you end up
Very good point.
You end up having to beat
yes.
him down, and he goes, well, you told me you weren't going to do this.
Yes,
And
yes.
Now and he's going to piss me.
Yes. And that I'm so glad you asked that because that is really an incredibly good question. The information I'm sharing with you is not exactly 100% what I would do at this moment.
Right.
So you're quite right. You have to change your strategy of what you say as the markets change. One of the things that I would be telling every homeowner today, and I would have done that when I do my presentation, I would tell sellers, the hardest part of this business right now is there is no real estate agent that can tell you what your property is worth today. The problem we in the real estate business have is that the market data that we have is not useful to us. Because it's changing every week, every day. Okay? If you read just a couple of weeks ago, the Toronto Real Estate Board, Maureen O'Neill, the president of the Toronto Real Estate Board, said Toronto prices dropped by 15% just in 1 month. And so you're quite right. You have to be very careful at this time the words you use. And I wouldn't use that right now because that's part of what you would have to say. The hard part today, Mr. Seller, is going to be at trying to figure out where to price this at because we have the market data we have is of no use to us, and it isn't.
How can you say based on market data then?
There are a few that are selling in the last few days, and all you can do is try and choose the most recent, the most recent, the most recent.